Plato was a very clever man in ancient Greece. He was not just a philosopher, but also a mathematician and a student of Socrates. His ideas have influenced Western thought for centuries. He lived a long time ago, around 428 to 348 BC. During a period of great intellectual and political development in Athens, Plato is famous for his ideas about thinking and talking. He believed in the power of dialogue and used it as a method to explore philosophical concepts. He wrote a book called The Republic. This book is one of his most well-known works and has been studied for centuries. It's like a really long conversation. The book is written in the form of a dialogue where characters discuss various topics, primarily focusing on justice and the ideal state. In The Republic, Plato asks, what is justice? This question is central to the dialogue and leads to many other discussions about morality, politics, and society. People argue about what is fair and good. The characters in the dialogue, including Socrates, debate different definitions of justice and how it applies to both individuals and the state. Plato wants to find the best way to live and govern. He explores the idea of a just society and the role of the philosopher king, a ruler who governs based on wisdom and reason. This book is important because it makes us think. It challenges us to consider our own views on justice, governance, and the ideal society. It asks us to imagine a perfect world. Plato describes his vision of an ideal state where everyone has a role and contributes to the common good. Then it asks how we can make our world better. The Republic encourages us to reflect on our own societies and think about how we can improve them. Plato's ideas are still relevant today. His thoughts on justice, governance, and the role of the individual in society continue to influence modern philosophy and political theory. Let's explore his Republic together. By delving into this ancient text, we can gain insights into our own lives and the world around us. The Republic begins with a simple question. What is justice? This question has puzzled philosophers, scholars, and thinkers for centuries. Plato, one of the most influential philosophers of ancient Greece, delves deep into this question in his seminal work, The Republic. People have different ideas about this. Some say it's about being honest. Honesty, they argue, is the foundation of trust and integrity in any society. Without honesty, relationships and communities would crumble. Others say it's about following the law. Laws are created to maintain order and protect citizens. Adhering to these laws ensures that society functions smoothly and that justice is served. Plato challenges these ideas. He uses Socrates, his teacher, as the main character. Through Socratic dialogues, Plato explores deeper meanings and implications of justice, pushing the boundaries of conventional thought. Socrates talks to people about justice. They debate what it means for individuals and society. These discussions are not just theoretical. They have practical implications for how people live their lives and interact with one another. One famous quote is, "Justice is doing one's own business and not interfering with other people." This idea suggests that everyone has a specific role or function in society, and justice is achieved when each person fulfills their role without overstepping boundaries. This means everyone should focus on their role. Whether one is a craftsman, a soldier, or a ruler, performing one's duties diligently and without interference is key to a harmonious society. But what does that mean for how a society works? How do these individual roles come together to form a cohesive and just society? Plato uses the concept of justice to explore these questions in depth. Plato uses this question to explore how a perfect society might function. He envisions a society where each individual contributes to the common good by excelling in their designated role. He imagines a city-state called Kallipolis. In this ideal city, rulers are wise and just. Soldiers are brave and disciplined, and producers are skilled and hard-working. This ideal society would be ruled by wisdom and justice. The rulers, or philosopher kings, would possess the knowledge and virtue necessary to govern wisely, ensuring that every decision benefits the entire community. In Kallipolis, justice is not just a concept but a way of life, woven into the very fabric of society. Plato believed a perfect city needs three classes of people. These classes are essential for maintaining order and ensuring that the city functions efficiently. As he stated in the Republic, justice means minding your own business and not meddling with other men's concerns. Each group has a job to do, and their roles are clearly defined. This division of labor is crucial for the stability and prosperity of the city. Plato emphasized one man, one art, highlighting the importance of specialization. This keeps things running smoothly, as everyone knows their place and responsibilities. The harmony of the city depends on this structured system. Plato believed that the greatest principle of all is that nobody, whether male or female, should be without a leader. First are the guardians. They are the leaders, wise and just. They are responsible for making decisions that benefit the entire city. Their wisdom and fairness are what guide the city towards justice and order. Plato wrote, "Until philosophers rule as kings, or those who are now called kings, and leading men genuinely and adequately philosophize, that is, until political power and philosophy entirely coincide, cities will have no rest from evils." Then there are the auxiliaries. They are the brave soldiers who protect the city. Their courage and strength ensure the safety and security of the citizens. They are trained to defend the city from any external threats. Plato noted, the auxiliaries must be like noble dogs who are gentle to their friends and fierce to their enemies. Finally, there are the producers. They are the farmers, craftsmen and workers who provide for everyone. Their hard work and dedication supply the city with food, goods and services. Without them, the city would not be able to sustain itself. Plato asserted, the true creator is necessity, who is the mother of our invention. Plato believed that everyone has a natural role in society. He called this telos. Telos is the idea that each person has a specific purpose or function that they are naturally suited for. As he explained, the good of each thing is that which preserves it in its own proper nature. By fulfilling their telos, everyone contributes to a harmonious society. When each person performs their role to the best of their ability, the city thrives and prospers. Plato's vision was that the city is what it is because our citizens are what they are. But how do we find the best leaders? Plato suggested that the guardians should be selected based on their wisdom, virtue, and ability to make just decisions. They should undergo rigorous education and training to prepare them for their roles. This ensures that only the most capable and ethical individuals lead the city. As Plato famously said, the direction in which education starts, a man will determine his future in life. Plato believed that philosophers should be kings. This sounds strange at first. Why would people who think all day be good leaders? Plato says philosophers love wisdom. They search for truth and knowledge. These qualities make them ideal rulers. They wouldn't be tempted by power or greed. He writes, "Until philosophers rule as kings, or those who are now called kings, cities will have no rest from evils." Plato believed that only a philosopher king could create a truly just society. But how do we educate these philosopher kings? Section 5. A glimpse into the cave. One of the most famous parts of the Republic is the allegory of the cave. Imagine prisoners trapped in a cave since childhood. They only see shadows on the wall. They think these shadows are real. One prisoner escapes. He sees the world outside the cave. He learns that the shadows were just illusions. He sees the sun, the source of true knowledge. This prisoner represents the philosopher. He has seen the light of truth. But will he return to the cave to help the others? Section 6. Escaping the cave, the power of education. The escaped prisoner feels a duty to return to the cave. He wants to free the others from their ignorance. This is the philosopher's burden. Plato believed in the power of education. He thought learning could free people from ignorance. He thought everyone had the potential to be a philosopher. Education is not just about facts. It's about seeing the world differently. It's about understanding truth and justice. This is how we improve society. Section 7. The Republic's enduring influence on political thought. Plato's Republic has been debated for centuries. Its ideas about justice, leadership and society are still relevant today. Many political thinkers have been influenced by Plato. His work raises questions about the role of government, the nature of power, and the importance of education. Plato's ideas may seem idealistic, but they challenge us to think critically about the world around us. They inspire us to strive for a more just and equitable society. Section 8. Echoes of Plato in the modern world. We can see echoes of Plato's ideas in the modern world. The concept of a meritocracy, where the most capable rule, is one example. Plato's emphasis on education is also reflected in our own society. We value knowledge and learning as pathways to success. While our world is far from Plato's ideal republic, his ideas continue to shape our thinking about justice, leadership, and the common good. Section 9. Criticisms and controversies. Plato's Republic has also faced criticism. Some argue that his ideal state is too rigid and authoritarian. Others question his views on women and slavery, which reflect the biases of his time. Despite these criticisms, the Republic remains a vital and thought-provoking work. It challenges us to examine our assumptions about society and to strive for a more perfect world. Section 10. The Republic, a timeless dialogue. Plato's Republic is more than just a book, it's a conversation that has continued for centuries. It's a call to action, urging us to think critically, question authority, and strive for a better future. As we grapple with the complexities of our own time, Plato's ideas provide valuable insights into the human condition and the enduring quest for justice and meaning.